Hey guys, another episode of Cooking with Tony here. It's been probably about a year or so since actually probably a little longer, since I started making Max's homemade chicken dinner, dog food and stuff. And over the years, I've modified it and simplified it, and I just wanted to take a moment and quickly show you what I've done from the original. One of the things I've done is I've changed from legs and leg quarters and to thighs. It might be a little more fatty and stuff, but I actually love the way these work. It's real easy, and I average around 9 pounds with 2 family packs. Next, I took and put them in my pressure cooker pot here. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can just stick them on the stove like I've did it and just simmer it for 3 hours and go there. But with the pressure cooker, just an hour in the pressure cooker, and I let it depressurize on its own, and then once it's done, it takes about a half hour, an hour and a half. It's the perfect consistency. Okay, next I'll fill my pressure cooker up with water you can see my mark line here and stuff like that, up to about right there. Max, he gets 12 ounces of food throughout the day, twice a day, spaced out like within an hour or two and stuff. But he also gets about 1.5 cups of chicken stock to help him also with his, because it's nutrients without substance. Plug it in. Set it for an hour. 30 minutes after, we're ready to go. Next, I take equal amounts of peas, carrots, and green beans, and I'll cook them up in the microwave. And once they're all cooked, stick them in my pot and blend them all up. Next, I'm cooking up 4 cups of dried rice to add to the recipe. I'm done cooking the rice. I've cooked it for about 17 minutes, and now I want to cool it down so it doesn't turn to mush. So one of the things I do with my 4 cups of cooked rice, I also give Max some liquid egg whites, 32 ounces, a whole container. And what I'll do is I'll pour it right into this rice. So it'll do 2 things. It'll help cool the temperature of this rice down, but it'll also cook the eggs at the same time. And do the whole thing. I don't know if you can see the egg whites starting to turn here. Now this is actually more than 1 meal's worth for Max. I make bulk so I can, and then I'll break it down. I'll break this down into 3 parts, and this will go for 3 meals. And it works good in the freezer, and it'll last probably up to 6 months, but I'm making food at less than 30 days, every 30 days. Okay. Now that's all mixed in, all blended in. Next I want to do is portion this out so it'll cool down quicker. Okay, I got the egg mixture portioned out into 3 parts. What I'm going to do now is thin it out so it'll cool quicker. And that's how you cook a quart of eggs with your final product of rice. But while it is cooking, while it is cooling, you still need it to vent. So you got to pop that seal so that air can escape and that heat can get out of there. Little trick I do is take it, set a toothpick in the center there. I'm going to work this rice in with the vegetables. That'll help cool the rice down even more, since the vegetables are cool, and stop cooking the eggs and everything, so my rice don't turn to mush. So all I have left is the chicken to do, and it's working and everything else, and then we're ready to finish up. I don't know if you can see the little specks of egg white in there, and that I did. That's cooked into the rice, peppered throughout there. Okay, I pressure cooked the chicken for an hour. I let it depressurize for about 45 minutes to an hour, so it's fall off the bone delicious. And I'm just gonna scoop this out so I can let it cool a little before I debone it. Okay, this is what's left over from my chicken stock right here, and I am going to filter it out. And so the way I filter this out, it also filters out the fat. So it does two things in one. It gets out any little bone fragments or whatever and impurities. So it's nothing but just pure chicken stock in that I save. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I take a colander, bowl, colander. I take 3 paper towels, go one way, 3 more heavy duty paper towels, go the other way, like so. Let me grab a pot holder, take my stock pot, keep this like so. On the other side of the sink, I will put my pot, so I can just set this right back on top of that pot. Just let it filter through. You hear how it's done filtering, but you see all that fat that's still left and remaining? Look at that. Look at how nice and fat-free that is. There's just very little bit of fat on the top. Chicken. There we go. That's pretty much fat that's all left in there. Another thing I do, because it's concentrated, when I feed it to him, I will thin it out with water. Because once I give him this, he quits drinking. So I got to at least get his water back into him somehow. So it's about 1/3 stock to 2/3 water ratio. And he just loves it. He would love it if I just gave it to him like this, straight. I'll fill the rest of that up with water. Same with that. Same with those. And he gets 1.5 cups of stock every day after meals. Okay, it's time to clean the thighs. I like thighs because there's not much crap. You got to worry about 2 bones and cartilage. And I cook the cartilage so much it falls apart. It'd probably be okay to give it to him because I grind his meat up anyways. But I just rather not, just give him this chicken, and all the rest is good for him. Okay, next I'm going to take my chicken and just work it all up and even probably spread it out in between both these pans here. Alright. That's about where we want to be for that. Okay, my next step, I got my grinder set up and I'm going straight to my medium disc and then to my fine disc. So I'm gonna, when I'm done, it'll be a fine grind to it. A couple scoops, get it ready to go. Okay, this is my medium grind right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Nice medium grind. Oh, there's a nice little piece for Max to enjoy. But I need to do it smaller because these little pieces like this right here, you see those little chunks of carrot or peas and stuff, even the peas in that, they can get stuck in your dog's nostrils and cause him to sneeze, and a little Dawson like that, he smacks his nose on the ground. So we're going to take it to the fine grind. This took a while because when you're trying to smash mush through the grinder, it just kind of likes to ooze out. Clean that out and wash it and dry it right away, otherwise this will rust like almost instantaneously. Give you a quick check out of what mush looks like real quickly. This is basically what you got to do, is use my fingers and pack it, and then that'll push it out. Let me get this kind of filled up. And I end up with this fine grind right here. Okay, here, I've got my assembly line going. I've got my already portioned out and covered and ready to go into the freezer. This is 1 6-ounce serving. I'll weigh it on the scale to 6 ounces. I found that's the quickest, most easiest. I used to just like pack it to the mark, which was right there and stuff, and pack it, but okay, this is the final amount. So 2 containers for 1 day, so this is 1 day, etc. This is, I just measure them out when I do it. Okay, then I have my chicken stock here, and that's ready to go out in the freezer too. Most of this will go out to the freezer. I'll save 3 days worth of food for Max inside. This is Max's modified chicken dinner kidney recipe that I created. If you want to do a kidney recipe and that, or use this kidney recipe, I would first consult your veterinarian, because each kind of dog has their kidney disease could be a little more different from the other, and they may need something different than this, and it's always best to just chat with your vet real quickly. Say, hey, is it okay if my dog has this, 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 and this? And that's all that's in this. Anyways, thank you again, and God bless. Take care of them pets. I got 3 of the turkey stocks. I freeze them 1/3 of the way full with the full stock and not watered down, and then once I thaw them out, I will fill them up with water. So it'll be 2/3 water and 1/3 stock. And we'll go from there.
You said turkey.
At what part do you remember?
You said turkey stock.
Oh, so it was turkey stock. Oh, I know where I'm at here. So anyways, that's my modified version of Max's kidney food chicken. Anyways, that's Max's modified kidney dinner chicken.